What's up, guys? I am here today to talk to you quickly about some of the gear that I have been out there slinging. I'm very excited about it. I think it's very, very cool, and I hope you have come to enjoy it if you've already picked some up. But for the people who haven't, or the people who have, here is some information about what I happen to be selling. We're going to talk about Downspears today. Obviously, I don't have as much space in this video as I'd like, but that's okay. So these are super, super cool because they are collapsible, and we have the ability to make them into long swords as well. So not only do you have access to a fairly long weapon, a downspear in that style of play if you like it, or a longsword, so that you have access to that in battle games that you may be traveling to. And this hopefully helps you bring them wherever you're going. All the stuff that I make is exactly the same stuff that I use regularly. It's what I prefer to use. I've had a lot of time now to get this kind of to where I like it personally. And if you enjoy that or you like that, awesome. I hope I can make something for you that's inexpensive and competitive every single time, because ultimately we want to play and we want our money to go as far as humanly possible. So let's dive right in to sort of how this works. Right now, it's an untaped handle on here. Makes super cool pop, which is very, very exciting. And it breaks down to about 42 inches. That allows us to then add our longsword handle, which brings this into just shy of 46 inches. And that's important because the measurements are very tight when it comes to building one of these to do both things, to be a downspear and to be a longsword. We need to have it 2/3 padded when it changes to the longsword length. And at 46 inches, you need something like 30.33 inches of padding. We have basically 30 to this taper, and depending on where you're at, the taper doesn't count for legality of foam. It could be considered courtesy if you wanted to, but you can't really do that when it comes to a sword. Semantics. What we've done is we've gone to 45.6 inches in total length, bringing that 30.33 to under 30 inches. So we hit right at our min-maxing kind of legality. It's very exciting. This allows you to then have it be your longsword or your downspear pretty quickly. Now, but Sunshine, how do you attach the handle? It's a great question. Very, very simple, okay? The idea is to be able to do this quickly at any event and with minimal tape, minimal things that you have to travel with, which is very exciting. So as we can see here, we have this little interior kind of compartment with the way that this is built. This allows you to travel with some extra tape when you go to events. This is not a ton of tape, but this will let you get the job done once, at least for a little while, until you can find a replacement, borrow somebody else. It's a good backup in case you really just goofed up and forgot to bring some. I know I have, which is why I started building them this way, because it's nice to have it. You know, yay. So I just use essentially any kind of hockey tape will work. I say any, there are some that are better or worse than others. This is the kind that I like. It is literally called sport tape. I'm not sponsored by anybody or anything like that for whatever that matters. Yeah. Now, to show you how to tape this on, I think the technique is important, and I have found great success doing it the way that I do it. You may want to use more tape. Some people may want to use less. Good luck. I pretty much min-max all of this, so let's go ahead and put our handle on. It's pushed up snug against that stopper. I'm then going to take my tape here, and we're going to go below the nodule here, okay, the little thing that sits to stop this from sliding. We're going to then start at sort of a angle, this nice little diagonal, and we're going to pull this tight, and we're going to go up past the handle a little bit. We're going to go, I'm just going very slow so you can kind of see. This is normally a fast process. I go about yay far up the handle, kind of in this diagonal taping pattern. I then do a circle around that existing diagonal, and then we go diagonally, I say diagonal a lot here, down what we've already done, covering all the excess that we can see past where the joint is, down past the nodule here, keep calling it that, and then we go around in the same way we did at the top in sort of that circular motion. Give it a tear. Now we have the taped joint. It doesn't pull apart. It doesn't twist on the handle anymore. So it has tension going in both directions as we worked up and then down the equipment. And this is pretty dang good for a pretty long time. Like, you'll at least get your event out of just that much tape and that technique. And if you don't, it may be that your tape that you're using isn't as good as what I'm using, but again, it's not very expensive. I mean, maybe $3 a roll. So, you know, sports tape, cowabunga. That being said, that's generally enough. If you wanted to go further, cool. I just leave the separation just to kind of show how much space we need. Same thing, you could go further down, but I never really have to, which is really exciting. Now, to take it apart, super simple. We just go ahead and find wherever that end piece of that tape is right there. Clip my nail so this takes a little bit longer. We give it a little pull, and I can hold this in my hand and just do this, and we're done. That's it. Seconds. I love it. Same idea, in case you were wondering, with the long sword handle, put it on there just like that, diagonal up, round, diagonal down, round. Ta-da. If you want to tape it more, you can. You can make it a more permanent fixture if you want, but the purpose is to be able to travel with this. I think it's super cool, and I hope you guys like it as well. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way through the video, you are a stud, a gentleman, a scholar. I appreciate your time. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you later.